Hello you guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another monthly reset. Thank you so much for joining me again this month. I really appreciate you guys continually coming back and watching these videos and resetting with me. Well, welcome if you're new. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching, hello, welcome to the family. My name is Ella. I am 26, almost 27. It's about to be my birthday in 3 weeks, which like really snuck up on me. I just had this like light bulb moment. I was like, it's my birthday soon. Love that. I feel like this year, where has this year gone? I am in complete denial that it's already October, to be honest. The last couple months, like the new month has snuck up on me so much. So I'm like uploading this already a couple days into the new month, but I'm really excited to reset with you guys today. I'm really excited to recap, especially I feel like September was such an incredible month, not only for me personally, but for my social media and my business. Lots of exciting growth and really incredible opportunities that I just really want to like soak in and like commemorate. I love going back and watching these videos and just seeing at what point in my life I was in with my goal setting and my budgeting. Like, where was I? Do you know what I mean? Like my mentality, you can really see it with these reset videos. And yeah, September was an incredible month. I'm really looking forward to October. As always, we're going to go through, I'm going to talk about my highs and lows for the month, do a bit of a September reflection. I'm going to go over my goals for September and see how we went with those and set some new goals, and then go over my budget, expenses, what we spent, what we saved, and then budget for October. This past month, we also had a no spend month, no spend September. I should really not call it that. Someone pointed that out, like, honey, you're still spending some money. Because they had like certain categories or I guess exceptions to the rule, like things that we didn't really consider problem areas and that we were okay with spending money in. So it's more of a low spend month. I'm really excited to get into the budget portion of things and see how we went with that and update you guys on our low spend month. It was such an interesting test. I feel like in the past I've been like, oh, we want to have a lower spend month, but to actually put it out there, it was really nice to have that kind of accountability. We were tested with our discipline and we had a few little slip-ups, but for the most part I think it was a pretty successful month. So we'll get into that in a moment, but yeah. Hi, how are you? I hope you guys all had an incredible month. I guess I'll get into like my reflection portion of things. I'm going to open up my goal spreadsheet. I've already filled this out, so I'll quickly run through what have I done well this month. I said push myself out of my comfort zone, embrace some really exciting opportunities, and I've grown as a creator, which for maybe the first time ever in all of the years that I've been on social media, it's probably the first time in my life that I've ever felt like truly proud of myself. Is that bad? Like there's been moments where I'm like, oh, that's really cool, or like I'm overall very proud of the little community that I've created here online, but this month particularly was like the first month where I've actually felt proud of myself and like the effort that I've put in. I don't know, I just felt like a month where everything kind of came to fruition for me, which is so exciting. I had some really amazing opportunities. I signed with a management agency, which has been a big goal of mine for a long time. I had some really exciting collab opportunities that came up. And I went on my first brand trip, which was insane. Yeah, just like lots of really exciting things. I've also been delving into the world of TikTok and Instagram and just like creating short form content, which has been amazing for me. Just learning a different art form, I guess you could say. I don't know if you could call it art necessarily, but just like a different outlet to be creative. And I think that creativity and that motivation translates with my long form content, like with my videos. Yeah, it's been really fun. I'm just super happy with where I'm at right now and feeling super grateful. There's been so many times this month where I have just stopped and been like, what even is my life? Honestly, I would never have imagined even like 6 months ago that I would be in this position. It's really easy when you're kind of going through the motions and the progress and the growth is very gradual and slow. It's easy to forget where you were even 12 months ago. And so, yeah, I mean, I never thought I would even be doing social media part-time. So to be in this position is incredible and I'm feeling very, very grateful. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Every like, every comment, every time you subscribe or send me a DM, like it truly means the world. So what can I do to improve next month? I said balancing short form and long form content and more self-care, always more self-care. I feel like that's always the first thing to go. And I've really been focusing on my content the last month, but because of that my self-care has kind of fallen on the wayside a little bit. And then am I happy with my results this month? I just said I'm very happy with everything overall. And then 3 things I'm grateful for this month. Number 1 would be my Port Douglas trip with my best friend and a dream brand. If you guys didn't catch my last vlog, I went to Port Douglas for 4 days with my best friend Olivia. We've been talking about doing a girls trip for pretty much the entirety of our friendship, which we've been friends for like 18 years now. We've always talked about doing a girls trip. It's just like never really happened. So when this opportunity came up with Jetstar, which is such a huge brand, like a national airline. It just felt like the perfect opportunity to go away with my best friend, and we had so much fun. So many good chats and so much exploring and drinking and relaxing, and it was just the perfect girls trip. It just felt really fulfilling to be able to do that for both of us and to have this opportunity that just happened so organically, and I feel like is such a great fit for me and my own brand. Obviously I'm very selective about the brands that I choose to work with, but there are some brands that just work so well, and I feel like this is one of them. Like, I've traveled with them many times. I love travel. Like, I'm literally a travel agent part-time, so to work with an airline like this is huge, and to be able to go away to Port Douglas, which is just such a beautiful corner of our country. Like, it's just stunning up there. It's like another world, I swear to God. The second thing I wrote was exciting growth on social media. I guess just like in a numerical sense, I've experienced a lot of growth on my TikTok and my Instagram, and with my YouTube, they all kind of like translate, which is really nice. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. I really appreciate you guys being here. And then the third and final thing I wrote was a supportive circle. I am so grateful to have the people in my life that I have. My husband, he's like the most supportive person in my life. Like, he is truly my rock, and I could cry just thinking. Like, it actually makes me emotional. He's honestly my biggest cheerleader with everything that I do, whether it's online or offline. Like, he is just there, and I am so grateful to have that in a partner. And then with my friends and my family, like, I just am so lucky with the friendships that I do have with all of these exciting things that have been happening. Being able to tell the people closest to me about them, and then being equally, if not more, excited about them has been so lovely. Yes, those are 3 things that I'm grateful for this month. Let's go on and get into our goals, shall we? As always, we'll start by reflecting on my September goals and seeing how I went with those. Please bear with me with this setup. I'm still trying to figure out the best angle for filming here at my desktop. Obviously I want to use this huge fuck off screen. Like, this is amazing, incredible. I can like see so much, but yeah, I don't know where to put you guys with the lighting, and like, I don't know, you can probably see boxes and stuff there, whatever. It is what it is, just keeping it real. Personal goals. I wanted to read a book this month, just one. Didn't do it. Very disappointed in myself. I'm like so close, which is the annoying thing. I'm like, I'll probably be done with it in the next day or two, but we didn't get there before the end of September. It's fine, it's whatever. I did try 1 new recipe a week though. We've been really good about trying new things and expanding our rotation of recipes. And I did keep up with Google Cow this month. Daily movement, that's like an easy one for me. Always going for a morning walk. That's like a daily non-negotiable. Gym 2 times a week. I can't confidently say I did do. I feel like my gym routine has been so sporadic and all over the place, and I really want to get better about that. Just like making it more of a, not a daily habit necessarily, but like finding my weekly gym routine, I think will be so beneficial in all aspects of my life, especially for my mental health. For my financial goals, I'm gonna say I completed no spend September successfully. I guess it depends what you deem successful, but in my eyes it was a successful operation. I think we really curbed a lot of that habitual spending, which is like the main intention behind it. Definitely wasn't perfect, but I think we did a pretty good job, and because of that we did put $5,000 towards debt, which is incredible. And we did also not, actually no, we didn't do that. We did not set up our offset account. It's really hard, I'm finding, to do things as an adult just as a whole. That's my statement. I find being an adult really difficult. No, just like logistically, a lot of the banks aren't open on the weekends, so like when do you have the time to like go? I'm really lucky in that I only work part-time, so I have like that flexibility with my days off, but being able to get Nick and I both at the bank to open up this offset account is like near impossible. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I really want it to, because I want to be able to put our emergency fund in there, be paid into that offset account, and then figure out our next financial goals. I don't know if we have necessarily done this. We have had a lot of really important conversations this past month about our future and kind of what we want. I don't know if we've really nailed down our financial goals necessarily though, so something we still need to work on, figuring those out. And then for my business goals, I did not post, I think it was like maybe 6 times this month. I tracked it on my habit tracker. It says it here, 6, yeah, only 6 times this month, which is still really good, and I'm very proud of that, but it wasn't 8. So I can't quite tick that one off. And I did not post on YouTube 7 times this month. I did sign 2 new sponsors though, and I did sign with a management agency, which is super exciting. It's been a big goal of mine. It's actually one of my yearly goals. So I can tick this off here. How exciting. And start on TikTok. I can tick that off as well. How fun. Cool. Oh, getting ahead of myself. And then career goals, I wanted to book a destination or supplier I haven't booked before. I work as a travel agent, if I didn't already mention that, part-time. So yeah, one of my goals was to book a place or with a supplier that I haven't booked before, and I did do that. My parents were actually off to Japan, and so I booked that. I haven't booked much of Asia, to be honest. So that was fun. And then I had a couple of other clients that I booked different things for that I just haven't had the opportunity or the inquiry to do that. So yeah, it was a fun month work-wise. Overall, not a bad month, 57%, which is like more than half my goals were achieved. Okay, let's set some goals for October, shall we? Personal goals, I'm gonna say like be consistent in all areas. This is such a vague goal, but I know what I mean by this. I mean like be consistent with tracking my daily habits, with going to the gym, updating my budget, like just that consistency throughout the whole month. I find I have so much motivation and so much inspiration at the beginning of the month, and by the second, like you can even see it with my daily habit tracker. This is a prime example. I was so good about tracking up until the 15th of the month. So literally halfway through the month, I was tracking every single thing. You can see I've like ticked a couple of things here, like no takeaway coffee. That was easier to track when I posted on TikTok and stuff. But all of these little daily habits that are important to me and are like an important part of my daily routine or areas that I want to work on, I'm not tracking because I lose that motivation halfway through the month. And so I think I want to do a mid-month check-in this month. Maybe I can film it for you guys, like do a financial check-in, talk about our financial goals, and then also just check in on my overall like personal goals as well and seeing how we're going with those. I think it would be really good to hold myself accountable and just have that, yeah, that midway point where I can get that motivation and continue going, because that's where I always let myself down. Like I lose that inspiration and then a lot of my hard work kind of goes down the drain. So be consistent in all areas of life. And then I'll say, do a mid-month check-in. Let me know if you guys want to see that, a little mid-month check-in. I think that could be really helpful for me and maybe for you guys. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this mid-month slump, but it really has been hitting me hard the last couple of months. And then read every day. I'm not going to set myself like a specific reading goal, but just, again, making it more of my everyday routine. What else do we want to work on? I'm trying to think. Celebrate my birthday. This is definitely an achievable goal. Celebrate my 27th birthday. I'm setting myself up for success with this one because I will be celebrating in some capacity. I actually have no idea what I'm going to do for my birthday yet, but I'm going to be 27, which is basically 30. So love that. Wellness goals, daily movement. And I'm just going to say finding a gym routine. I'm not going to put any kind of number on it. Finding a gym routine. I'm really about the routines right now. Establishing a solid, we'll say morning routine. I think I have a good foundation, but there are some other habits that I think would be really beneficial to implement into my morning routine. Let's change this to business goals. Oh. I cannot type. This keyboard is a lot smaller than I'm used to and it's really throwing me off. Business goals, and then career goals. Gorge. Financial goals. Just continue figuring out next financial goals. Nick and I are still in the progress of having those important conversations and kind of figuring out what we want to do next with our finances. Obviously in the interim, we're still trying to pay down as much debt as possible and as quickly as possible and continuing to save money, invest. I think that's an important one I want to do, invest this month. It has been so long since I've invested. I don't think I've ever like invested or talked about investing since I started doing these reset videos, which was like 2 years ago. So it's been a while. Obviously we do have investments with like our super and we do have shares, but I haven't actually done that in a long time, pretty much since like 2020, I want to say 20, yeah, pretty much since the pandemic. Before that I was investing every single time I got paid, so want to bring that back. I think that's really important. And then for business goals, I'm gonna say hit 46,500. No, let's go 47. Let's go crazy. 47,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't even know what we're on right now. Should we update my totals? Let's have a look. We were on 45,955 and we're on 46,414. So that's a growth of 1%. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with that. Instagram followers, we are on 13,342,000. So a growth of over 3.5, which is insane. It's been a big month of growth on my Instagram. So I am happy with it. I was happy with it last month and the month before that, but this I'm really happy with. Yay, cool. So with those numbers, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll say 47,000 on YouTube. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll try. Oh, I've just thought of another personal goal actually. Finish the dining room and finish the spare bedroom. The dining room is so close to being done. We just need to find some artwork to finish it off. And then the spare bedroom, we just like haven't touched since we moved in. Okay, back to the business goals because I'm getting distracted here. My mind is in like a million different places right now. Continue to post on TikTok. Maybe post 8 TikToks / IG Reels. I still want to have that balance with YouTube. So post on YouTube 6 times and sign 2 new sponsors. Cool. Career goals. I don't really have any. Is that bad? Like, I just really enjoy my work. I love going into work, doing my job, doing a good job, I hope, and leaving it all behind. It's really nice to have a job that I don't feel all consumed by. Like, I have the mental energy to be able to do my own thing on my days off. Like, I don't feel this pressure from anyone to do work when I'm not meant to be doing work, which is really nice. When I worked as a travel agent before, like pre-COVID, that was definitely not the case. Like, I was always on the clock, always had to be checking my emails and my phone. Clients had access to my personal phone number, so I would always get texts and calls like all hours of the day. So to be in this job now where I feel like I have such good work-life balance is really nice. But yeah, I don't really have any particular goals when it comes to career at the moment. We can always add to it if we need to, but yeah, not like a super goal heavy month, to be honest. Okay, now for my favorite part, which is the budget. I have my spreadsheet up here nice and big. It's like quite overwhelming on this new iMac. It's like very in your face. I'm seeing a lot of red here, which is alarming, especially since we had a no spend or low spend month. But we'll get into it. Income wise, a very good month. I made a little bit more than I was expecting here. Made more than I was expecting on social media, which was nice. I didn't cash out on surveys at all this month, but I did today, which is the first day of the month, so that will be coming through shortly. Bills, nothing really out of the ordinary there. We did get our first like proper full electricity bill this month for the quarter, and it was exactly what I've been budgeting every single month, which is really nice to know. I thought maybe it would have gone up a little bit because we're in a different house, like you just don't really know. We've always rented either an apartment or a single story home. We're now living in like a 2-story house and in a different area. I just wasn't sure how that would look for our bills. But our first gas and electricity bill were like right on par with what we were expecting, what we've been budgeting, which is really nice to know. Subscriptions were pretty standard. My Spotify subscription's gone up by $2, which is less than ideal, but whatever. Then for our variable expenses, for groceries this month, we only spent $528.92. So we're a little bit under budget, which is awesome. I got so many questions on my budget breakdown. I made a TikTok and an Instagram reel, and I had so many questions about how we spend so little on our groceries every week. I definitely need to film a video on that because we're definitely not perfect. There are some weeks where we'll spend like $150, $160, but there are other weeks where we'll only spend like $90. It really depends on the week, what we're cooking. And we do eat out. Like we eat out, we get takeaway once a week, and often we'll go over to my parents' house or Nick's parents' house on a Sunday. So it's not every single meal that we're eating at home, but most meals. Petrol, we were over by like $74. Petrol was so expensive. It's really gone up this past month. Eating out, oh, I skipped over this, not intentionally, but I originally budgeted $35 for eating out and we spent $95.66. We did have 2 slip-ups. The first one was with my friends. I went out for brunch with them. That was like a kind of social outing. It's not often that I see my friends. It's literally like once a month, and this month we went out for brunch. So that was that. And then also Nick and I went out one day. I think I vlogged it actually. We were having a moment. We hadn't really eaten. We were at the shops and we got ourselves lunch. But overall, like comparatively compared to even August, like look at this, eating out. Oh, actually that's not a good example. Last month wasn't too bad. Eating out in July, we spent $457. June, we spent $438. We did a lot better this month. I'm actually really proud of that. Coffee we're a little bit over, which I don't really quite understand. I think I might have just miscalculated this one, but we did only buy coffee 3 times per week. I promise. Alcohol, we were $128 over. It was grand final day, which I completely forgot about because I'm not like the biggest footy fan, but I do enjoy getting together and celebrating it. And we just stocked up on a bunch of alcohol for that. So if it wasn't for that and grand final, we would have been right on budget, but that's my bad. Metro card I topped up once, which was $15. Rideshare we spent $85 on this month, which is fine. No money on books or makeup, and miscellaneous was $394. We didn't spend any money on Mabel, and nothing on travel expenses because I put that all on my business account. So overall, not a perfect month. I'm seeing a lot of red here, but we were super strict with our budget. Overall, we were $349.44 over, but we did also make more money than we were expecting by $937. So not too bad. And comparatively, when I look at our expenses from previous months, we were going over by nearly $1,000. We spent $5,200 in August. This isn't our variable expenses as well. This isn't even like the full picture. We were $2,285 over in July. We spent almost $5,000. This is insane when you look at it like this. I don't even know how I was justifying this, honestly. $4,000, we were $1,500 over. May, we were $1,000 over. I think April wasn't too bad because we were moving or like anticipating the move. Yeah, April was the last time that we actually had a good month. So, and we still spent less than we did in April, which was like a good month. So all in all, pretty happy with that, guys. I am. Look at this. $2,929.44. Groceries, petrol, house stuff, Mabel, not that we spent any money on Mabel, but we could have. Nick did his license renewal, like a lot of random little expenses this month, and we still, I think, had a pretty good month. So I'm feeling proud. I'm feeling proud this month. Not perfect, as I said. It was a semi-successful no spend or low spend month. But overall, I think the exercise of trying to curb a lot of that habitual spending that we just like fallen into the trap, like that lifestyle creep almost, we were able to curb, and I'm really proud of us for that. And I think it was exactly the financial reset that we needed. Savings wise, we saved $515.22, a very specific amount. I think I just put whatever was left over in after our last pay. So we saved an extra $4.39. Love that. And then I don't quite know what happened here. These kind of even each other out, but we paid $5,659.33 towards our debt. That includes our mortgage, and then our car loan we put $2,500 towards. We're actually super close to being like almost halfway with paying off our car, which is so exciting. We only took out the loan in April, I want to say. So yeah, to be almost halfway paid off is super exciting. Almost, not quite. It's like getting towards the halfway mark, but good progress nonetheless. 55.4% went towards debt, which is amazing. We want to pay off our car as quickly as possible. We want to get ahead with our mortgage. So to see that over half of our spending was on that is really good. 5% towards savings, 28.7% on expenses, 0.6% on subscriptions, and then 10.2% on bills. And then where our money went this month, 24.5% on the car loan, which is awesome, 17.12% on the mortgage, 13.7% on the land portion, 5.2% on groceries. This is really nice to see that like our biggest variable expense is on groceries. 5% towards our travel savings, 3.9% on miscellaneous. These are like all, I guess, essential purchases as well. So yeah, really cool to see. So overall, for us, I think it was a pretty good month. There's a lot of red going on here, but as I said, we were quite strict with our budget. I think when you look at the overall figure of what we spent, it was not too far off what we originally budgeted, and it was a strict budget. So I'm feeling very good. And more importantly, I think we're really feeling very in control and in tune with our finances, which is a really nice way to be going into a new month. So let's quickly do our October budget. I'm not going to go too in depth in this because I want to do a mid-month check-in, as I said, and then we can kind of go more in depth on our goals for the month and then make any changes in that video. Total income, let's have a look. Payday will be the 11th, and then this one will be the 25th. Mine will be the 4th, and then the 18th. And then social media is always on 22nd, 23rd. Surveys, I just cashed out actually. $300, we'll say 300. It might be a bit more if I cash out again this month. Monthly rollover, let's have a look. What have we got? 572.27. Gorge. 572.27. Perfect. As always, I'm gonna copy and paste this over. That doesn't really change. I'll say 1,350 for me. I don't actually really know what my consistent paycheck is because I do get paid for any overtime, and if I work a Saturday, I think I have one Saturday shift this month, so maybe I'll say this one will be like 1,600. Social media, I'm gonna say 3,000. Might be a little bit less, it depends when the payments come through, but we'll go with 3,000 and then we can always change that. So that gives us $11,796.45 to work with. As always, I will copy and paste all of our bills. These just like don't really change, to be honest. I think when I do my mid-month check-in this month, I want to go through and put in all of the due dates for these bills into my Google Cal. I think I have most of them, but I want to, do a bit of an audit on that. These ones, like gas, electricity, water, come out quarterly, but I can still put the payment dates on for those. Subscriptions, I need to change this to $17.99. And again, I want to add the due dates for those as well. I think that would be really helpful just to kind of anticipate when those are coming through. Like I have a general idea and we kind of keep a buffer in our bills account for when those payments do come out, but it would be nice to know for sure, like these direct debits are coming out on these specific days. Groceries, I'm going to budget $550 again. Eating out, we'll go $150. Petrol is quite expensive. I'm going to go $200. I think Nick is also going to the office a lot more frequently this month, so $200 for that. Clothing, I'll say $100. I don't really need much, but if Nick wants to buy something or like maybe a birthday outfit, I don't know, maybe $150. We'll go $150 for clothing. It is also getting a little bit warmer now, and I feel like I'm kind of wanting to make changes to my summer wardrobe. Home stuff. This is going to be a big category this month. I'm going to budget $500, maybe even $600 to be honest, because sorting out our home is a big priority right now. I feel like for the last few months we've been in this weird limbo where we haven't pulled the trigger on certain purchases because we've just been like paralyzed with indecision, and now we're ready to pull the trigger, make a few key purchases. We need to get a dog door, which is a bit of an investment. I think it will be life-changing when we do, but it was intentional. Like we wanted to make sure that we trained Mabel to go outside without a dog door so she knows how to go if we're ever in a different situation. So yeah, we'll say $600 for home. Gifts, I'm gonna have to phone a friend because it is my birthday and I don't know how much Nick is planning on spending. It's also my sister's birthday. October's a spendy month for us.
Hi darling.
Hi darling. Just really quick, how much do you want me to budget for my birthday?
Maybe 500?
Maybe like 300.
Okay. I'll do my best. I can't promise anything.
The man has spoken. We'll say 600 for gifts because it is my sister's birthday as well. That just seems like a lot. I want to say 500. I just can't do it. 500. Coffee, we'll go 180. Health, do need some more protein powder, so I'll say 100. Takeaway, 150. Entertainment, maybe $50. Might go to the movies, perhaps. I don't know. Social, we'll go 150. Alcohol, We went over last month and I feel like we have the last couple of months. I'm just trying to think. It's really hard because $200 on alcohol seems like an absurd amount, but when you break it down per person, because there is 2 of us and we do share all of our finances, like $100 for the month between 2 of you isn't like not that bad. So I'm gonna say maybe 150. And I'm being quite generous with our budget this month because it is my birthday month. Did I mention that? Metro card 30, rideshare 50, books I'll say 15, makeup 20, miscellaneous we'll say, oh my goodness, sorry, I'm still not used to this mouse, guys. I'm working on it. I've actually got a magic, like the magic trackpad here, but I still need to set it up. And by set it up, I mean like plug it in and charge it. Miscellaneous will go 50. Mabel Moo, I think we might need to buy new dog food this month, so I'm going to say 170 on that. We buy it in bulk, like a big 15 kilo bag, which usually lasts a couple months. And her dog food is quite expensive. Only the best for our daughter. And travel expenses, nothing. So I'm actually going to change this to 200. Okay, $3,315. Go back to my budget for September. Copy and paste these over. There we go. And then I'll leave that at 0 for now. So that leaves us with $4,215.97 left to play with. So I'm gonna put $1,500 towards the car loan, and then I'm gonna change this one to $2,500, put extra towards the mortgage. So that would be over $5,000 for debt payoff, which is good. And that leaves us with $2,000. I'm not exactly sure what my social media pay is going to be this month. It may be $3,000, it may be a little bit less, a little bit more. I actually don't know. It's also variable, like it really depends on when brands pay you. So just on the off chance that it's not quite $3,000, I'm going to put $1,500 towards travel. And then if we don't quite hit that savings goal, it's fine. And then I want to add a, where do I do this? It's been so long. Here we go, down here, ETFs. So these are like our investment, and I'm gonna put 500 towards investments. I don't want to touch too much on investing because I feel like it's such a personal thing. Honestly, like I just don't know enough about it to share any kind of resources or information. Also, none of this is financial advice, and I would never want to lead anyone astray, but for us, that is what we are doing with our money, and has worked well for us. So yeah, micro shares. So that should be, oh, we've got 97 cents left over. Cool. I was gonna say it should be an every dollar budget. It's not quite. 97. How we're looking. Perfect. That is an every dollar budget. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up my October reset. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Also follow me over on my TikTok and my Instagram as well. It's just smileycitrus across all of my platforms. And yeah, I hope you guys all have an incredible month. I'm excited to document it and bring you guys along as always. I love and appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye guys.